Welcome guys, and welcome back to Jessi FIT Pilates, your home to strengthen, stretch, and smile with flow intent technique. If you are here, you are on day 9 of my pre-festival Pilates Booty Camp Challenge. It's a 21-day challenge that, if you've been inspired by all those Coachella girls running around in bikinis to get your you-know-what back into shape for festival season, you're in the right place. We are up to day 9 and we have a Pilates HIIT based routine with a yoga block, right? This routine is going to be 7 exercises. We are going to do them for 45 seconds with about a 15-second. So this is a great way to burn some extra fat, because if you want to do more rounds of it, you'll just watch the exercises itself and you'll do them again. So beginners are very beginners, just do 1 round. Most of you just starting, do 2 rounds of this. Advanced guys can go into 3 or 4 rounds, and that'll give you a total of a 28-minute HIIT session, which is really what you want to build for. Keep in mind that during the rest periods, you'll be recovering. I might give you a stretch or 2, and it is over really quick. Before we get started, we are going to warm up. So let's go ahead and just lay down. I have a block. Remember, if you don't have a block, you can always do this with just a book or a pillow, or really work. So first thing I'm going to do is just lay flat on my mat. I'm going to find my neutral spine position, and I'm just going to start with a few toe taps. So I'm keeping my knees at 90 degrees. My spine is in its neutral position. I just want to warm us up before we get into any heavy work. I'm really lifting my chest up to the ceiling, and I'm drawing my belly in. If you want to make this a little harder, you can go ahead and lift your head up, keeping the elbows wide and using your hands just to support the weight of your neck. We'll go for 8. Right? We just want to heat the body up before we take it into any further. And I'm just tapping the toes. 3, 2, 1. From there, let's go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. You can give yourself a really quick shake, and then from there I'm going to reach my arms out to the sides. I'm going to take my feet down, and this is just for hip opening purposes. I'm stacking my knees to one side and then the other, really rotating that top knee in, right? And now this top knee in. So this is just to loosen up the hips. Maybe you were sitting a lot today. Notice my feet are outside of the mat. You'll need to probably go pretty wide, otherwise your knees will kind of clunk together and it won't be super comfortable. Right? Deep breaths in and out. Now, from there, let's go ahead and take the block on up and reach the legs up. Draw your belly muscles in, keep that neutral spine. We're just gonna lower the legs and lift. Try to keep the block right over your chest, squeeze the shoulder blades in, and don't let the hip lift at all. I just wanna heat those lower abs up. Few more, exhale, inhale. Right, you can bend the knees to modify. Breathing in and out. One more time. And bring it on in. So let's flip onto our tummies. I'm going to slide the block aside. And I'm going to take my hands under my shoulders. My feet are pointed. And I'm going to do some cobras. Some spinal extension. Hugging the elbows really tight to the body, opening from the front of the chest, drawing the abs in, and letting the hips be heavy. A few more there. And then from here, just come onto your elbows for a second, draw your shoulders back, let your hips hang heavy, lift your belly muscles up, and really try to open up through your collarbones. I'm pressing my elbows down into the mat, and I'm lifting my belly up. Now I'm going to come onto all fours and just do a few little wrist flips. We will be doing some planks. Right, try to keep the elbows straight. My knees are right under my hips. Nice deep breaths. And then from here, a few cat-cows. Breathing in and out. Right, you want to make sure that your body is warmed up, especially before an intense workout like the one we're about to do. And then I'm going to take one hand on to the nape of my neck, and I'm just going to add some rotation in here. Breathing out and in, right, really pushing into it's my left shoulder, keeping it really open. One more. And then other side. So hands behind the neck, stack the shoulder over the wrist, and just rotate it in and out. My low back is really neutral. Awesome. Now from here, let's just go ahead and take a pike position, pedal through your feet. And drop your heels down. And just give a few stretches to those ankles. I'm really pressing into my hands, and now I'm going to walk my hands back. Slowly roll on up. Grab your block. First up is a V-up that switches, okay? So place the block between your ankles, really squeeze it. I have it the thin way. The thicker you go, I think it gets a little clumsy. So we're gonna sit up into a V shape. If you can get the legs straight, great. I'm gonna sit it back, reach the block into my hands and go back, and then switch it, reach it, and 45 seconds from here. Now, doing these with straight legs is obviously gonna make this really hard. So if you can come up with totally straight legs, you can go for it, but it's going to make it quite a bit challenging, right? So I'm going into that teaser, reaching, placing it there, grabbing it back. We're gonna go for about 20 more seconds, and back. Sit on up, reach, and back. Right, Pilates HIIT routine, guaranteed to get those muscles shaking and that body moving. Last 4, 3, reach it, 2, and 1. So let's go ahead and stand on up, open your feet wide, and I'm just gonna take a really quick stretch here. And my feet are turned out. And I'm in Pilates second position, and I have the block. We're gonna reach it overhead. Now plie down, and we're gonna lift the heels and hold it here for 45 seconds. So I'm trying to keep my spine really, really straight. I'm trying to open my knees out over my ankles, which is quite the challenge. My inner thighs feel this. I'm dropping my tailbone down. I'm trying to activate my glutes. You can always modify by taking the heels or the hands down. We're about halfway there. Keep raising the heels. Keep plieing down really low. Deep breath in. Reach those arms back. If you can, reach your spine tall. We're just about there. Last 10, keep those heels high. Keep your abs in tight. Keep your spine tall. That's 3, 2, and 1. One more stretch here. Heel toe your feet together. And we're gonna round on up. And I'm gonna come to the back of my mat and I'm gonna squeeze my block. Now, we're going to do a fencing lunge. So actually I'm gonna come down deep. And that's our movement. So from that squat position, we're sitting down low into a squat. And from here, 45 seconds, reach one leg back and the arms forward. Squeeze the block the whole time. Press evenly into all 10 of your toes. So even as I'm taking the leg back, I'm still really, really pressing that foot down. Now, the lower you get your hips, the harder it is. Make sure you're not arching your spine. You want to keep it really neutral. Reach it out and in. Keep breathing. You've got about 20 seconds left. Squeeze that block. Let's get really low. Really low. Breathe. Right, left, right. Keep bracing your abs around your spine. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds rest. Come to the back of your mat. Take a deep breath in. We're gonna go into some plank to pikes with the block between the inner thighs, right? So come on down into your pike or your down dog. Send your hips back, right? We're gonna come forward into a plank by raising the heels. Keep squeezing the block. Get back, drop the heels. Lift, squeeze that block. Make sure your hips are really in line with your spine. Back, drop, lift, forward. Open through the front of your chest. Draw your abs in. Send those hips back. Right, you're undulating. You're rolling through your spine. And lift, plank. Collarbones wide. Belly lifted. And then reach and drop. If you want to add a few push-ups in for the last 15 seconds, go for it. You can always drop to your knees. I'm doing these Pilates style, so the elbows are really close to my body. Last 3, 2, last one, guys, and 1. Awesome, so have a seat. Let's take a quick tricep stretch. And the other side. And we're gonna go into a reverse plank variation. I am going to sit this way with the block between my thighs. And I am going to reach my hands back. You can also do these on the elbows as a modification. And we're gonna lift the hips and then lower, right? So that's how it starts, but I'm gonna make this a little more complicated. Grab the block, lift, sit down, block between ankles, switch arms, right? So it's like a reverse one-arm plank. I think a lot of extensions in there. 45 seconds. Reach to one side, sit, switch, reach to the other side. And again, try to lift your chest, and these can be done on the elbows. This can be a little tricky. Try to look in the direction of your top arm. Yes, these are hard. You've got to really press into your feet and lift from your glutes. Breathe. You're about halfway there. Open through your chest. Reach that block arm out. Draw your abs in as you lift. Push that back arm to the floor. Rotate. 10 more seconds. Almost there. Oh, I almost lost it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Have a seat. Breathe. Now, take the block in your hand. Draw your shoulders into your spine. Come up into a bridge. Feet parallel. Kick it like you're trying to kick that block. Kick it. So 45 seconds. The hips stay high, and I'm trying not to make a lot of noise when I land. Squeeze the block the whole time. Arms down at your sides will make it a little bit easier. And I'm lifting, extending, bending, coming down. We've got about 20 more seconds here. After those reverse planks, these will definitely be a challenge to finish up. Keep going, last 10. Breathe, lift your chest, keep that weight off your neck. Take your toes up, up, and up. Awesome, let's just give it a quick stretch. Take one leg in. One more thing, guys. We're almost done with this set. Place the block in between your ankles again. Come onto your elbows. Raise the legs up. Arms down at your sides. Block to one side. You're rotating onto the hip. And then the other side. A few more like that. One side. Left. The other side. Left. Right. Reach. Up, over, down. You can modify by bending your knees, but try to keep both arms really pressing into the mat. Reach over, over, over. You're about halfway there. These are really tough. Breathe. And again. Reach over, almost so close. Over. Abs are in, chest is lifted, legs are long. Last 8, 7, that's it, twist it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you can see, I lost it. So we're gonna just do a quick mermaid stretch here. If this is it for you, this is it for you. If you want more, or you really want to burn some extra calories and get that heart rate going, then I highly recommend you skip the warm-up and play this 2 or 3 times. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. This is Jessi FIT Pilates, your home to get fit, toned, and unicorn flexible with my Spring Fitness Challenge. It's a 21-day plan to get anybody into Pilates in a nice way and get you seeing results so you can fit into all your festival clothes right away, okay? Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow with day 10.